with no loss of enthusiasm. Not to forget that you can watch us live on Facebook at Ogtv and Ogun State Television, on YouTube at Ogtv Abeokuta, and on Ogtv website www.ogtv.com.ng/live. For the latest news and reports, you can check us on this platform X at Ogun TV, Instagram at Ogun State Television, or download Ogtv app on Apple Store and Google Play Store. The Federal Executive Council has approved a new national tourism brand framework designed to unify Nigerians' tourism identity under the Nigerian Season Master brand, marking a significant step towards repositioning the sector as a major driver of national economic growth. The Honorable Minister of Arts, Culture, Tourism and Creative Economy, Barrister Nato Musa Masawa, presented the framework as part of the ministry's broader agenda to enhance Nigerians' cultural and tourism assets to create jobs, attract investment and expand economic opportunities across the country. The approval aligns with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's renewed hope agenda, which prioritizes strengthening non-oil sectors as pathways to sustainable economic expansion. The FEC endorsed the strategic rollout of 4 national tourism brands, Dirty December, Capital Vibes, Homecoming East, and the flagship Nigerian Season framework, positioning them as catalysts for economic development. Globally, the travel and tourism sector contributes approximately 9% to GDP, more than double oil global share of 4% in 2024 alone. The industry generated $11 trillion and supported nearly 360 million jobs worldwide. With this move, Nigeria aims to secure its place within this thriving global market. Troops of Sector 1 of the Joint Task Force Operation Udoka, a military onslaught against criminal elements in the southeast, have rescued 14 kidnapped victims following an high-impact raid on the kidnappers' den in Orokam Forest, linking Udenu local government area of Enugu State and Ogbadigbo local government area of Benue State. A credible source at the Army headquarters said that the operation was triggered by actionable intelligence from vigilante community sources. The source said the victims were abducted on Friday from Ezimwago community in Idenu local government area of Enugu State and Orokam in Okadigbo local government area of Benue State, but were held by the abductors in dispersed clusters across the forest. According to the source, upon receiving the relevant intelligence, the troop, in collaboration with local vigilantes, swiftly mounted a deliberate assault on a suspected kidnapped hideouts concealed deep in the forest. The National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control (NAFDAC) has cried out over the rise in cases of smuggling, sale, and distribution of regulated food products in markets nationwide. In a statement issued on Saturday in Abuja, the agency Director General Professor Mojisola Adeyeye highlighted that certain food items circulating in the country are in violation of import regulations. NAFDAC identified products such as pasta, noodles, sugar, and tomato paste, noting that they are specifically listed on the federal government's custom prohibition list and are not allowed for importation. The agency has instructed all importers, supermarket operators, market traders, and other participants in the food chain supply to immediately stop the importation, sale, and distribution of any product listed on the custom prohibition list. Education has been at the front burner of the current administration in Ogun State, and by next year, the sector will witness a major leap. This is because the sector has been allocated a sum of 275.4 billion naira in the state's 2026 appropriation bill presented by Governor Dapo Abiodun to the State Assembly. Fowora Adisowo reports.
Education and human capital development across the state, according to the 2026 Ogun State Appropriation Bill before the Ogun State House of Assembly will be given a boost. Governor Prince Dakwa Abiodun said his administration plans to transform the education landscape across the state. He also spoke on the reinvigorated Education Management Information System (EMIS) for more effective planning, rehabilitated science laboratories in selected public secondary schools, and fully renovated 8 government technical colleges for the creation of modern, conducive, and future-ready learning environments.
We have implemented a range of programs designed to enhance skills, promote meaningful engagement, and improve overall well-being of our youths. In furtherance of our commitment to youth empowerment, we recently commissioned the Ogun Job Center and Work Hub at the Government Science and Technical College in Idiaba, Abeokuta, with similar centers replicated in the other 2 central districts.
Dr. Abiodun disclosed that 13,000 beneficiaries have recorded increased income as a direct result of his administration intervention.
We will be purchasing more laboratory and medical equipment for the Olabisi Onabanjo University Teaching Hospital. We will be constructing the Gateway International Conference, Convention, and Exhibition Center. We will also be constructing a state pavilion. We will be upgrading the Shagamu, Ilaro, and Ijebu-Ode stadiums, just like we've done with MKO.
Governor Abiodun also revealed that various programs of Ogun State Transformation Employment Program (OGSTEP), which have empowered 39,000 individuals, 1,400 STEM teachers, 100 quality assurance officers, 120 technical instructors, and over 4,000 vocational trainees in the state, in addition to 8 technical colleges, 22 laboratories, education resource centers rehabilitated. Some senior citizens describe the budget as a balanced one.
It is an all-encompassing budget that covers the promotion of our culture and heritage. So there is no doubt that the coming year, the state is going to still witness many exponential development, especially in the area of preservation of our culture, tourism, and our revered heritage.
There's a yellow revolution in the education sector, so we are so proud of it.
They will do justice, they will look at it carefully, and they will analyze, and speedily they will pass it for the progress and sustainability of dividends of democracy to our people in Ogun State.
The budget is codenamed Budget of Sustainable Legacy. Adefowora Adesonwo, Ogtv News.
The Association of Education Secretaries in Ogun State has applauded the state governor, Prince Dakwa Abiodun, for rejuvenating the state education sector. The association said the reform has returned qualitative education and academic excellence to the state. It gave the commendation while paying a courtesy visit to the Chief of Staff to Governor Dakwa Abiodun, Dr. Oluwatoyin Taiwo, in his office. The association's coordinator, Alaji Aliolanrewajit, noted that the Prince Dakwa Abiodun-led administration has introduced many initiatives to the education sector. He said part of the governor's intervention were iconic prizes for best teachers in both primary and secondary schools, renovation of the classrooms through the State Universal Basic Education Board, SUBEB, and digitization of school operations, adding that results of students are now being checked online, while Yellow Roof now adorns schools across the state. Dr. Oluwatoyin Taiwo assured the association that their requests and commendations shall be communicated to the governor.
The governor can't be everywhere. That's why he has his aides. The governor cannot attend to everybody. That's why he has his executive members. You understand? So it's not out of place that the SSG is not around, but the governor is not available, and then on the ground. And then you have decided to come and make known. If you allow me to coin it, I will say part of your desire, you understand, to make sure that the office that you are occupying, you understand, the responsibility that is given to you, and then the expectation of the people, that are looking unto you,
been driving the state with solid performance and would continue to formulate policies and programs towards improving economic prosperity in the state. Moving away from that, a particular area of concern in Ijebu, the local government, has been outlawed by authorities of the local government. The area known as Zanga is notorious for drug addiction and alleged nudity. The council under Honorable Dari Alibiosu has also intensified efforts on education and provision of health facilities. Again, Fowora Abdisowo has the details.
Zanga can mean a rendezvous, but the anger of the local government of Ijebu under the leadership of Honorable Dari Alibiosu has been drawn onto it.
More than 1,000, enough for Malam, even outside from there. There are too many. I don't know how much they're paying. But what I'm saying is, thank God for the government for coming in on time, right, to take them away from here.
But now, we've stopped them. We've locked the place up. There was a time we found a baby corpse beside the local government there, which was dumped by the notorious criminals over here.
No more Zanga. That was what is on the lips of everyone in Ijebu due to the excesses of its inhabitants, who are allegedly people of questionable characters, drug addicts, nuisance, and potential bandits.
Even the beggars outside there, we say we don't want to see them over there because they use the avenue to mix up with them. So that is why we relocated them to Odo roads.
The mosque environment, formerly before now, right from the side to the back of the central mosque has been a very bad sight to even move anything from 6 o'clock. And with the clearance of the whole place and all other chances, and the executive governor of Ogun State, Prince Dapo Abiodun, is doing a lot of job within Ijebu land.
It is now a good riddance to bad rubbish, as Honorable Alibiosu has taken a bold step to seal up the area and evacuate the illegal occupants.
I'm very grateful for them, for these people, for driving them away. I'm very for that. I'm so grateful for that. At least I can come with my friend now to come and see where I grew up from. Initially, we couldn't come in as well.
Residents of Ijebu can now heave a sigh of relief as streets are cleaner, debris removed from properties converted as dump sites, such as in Awokoya area of Elebute Street, where a whole street had been taken over by waste.
Well, we thank God and we thank our governor and our honorable chairman, executive chairman, Honorable Dari Alibiosu, for a good job. They clear all this place.
It's also on record that Honorable Dari Alibiosu's administration also rehabilitated and converted a store mini clinic to a health center at Okeaje Market for the benefit of the people.
We now make use of the facilities to our benefit. We thank the government.
Clearing of drainage of Akwebi and the evacuation as well, the setting and the weeding of the drainage. And however, we're talking about Itamapako Health Center and Irawo Health Center, so all the project is fully completed.
Similarly, a dilapidated 2 blocks of classrooms at Muslim school, Molode, Sabo, Ijebu now wears a new look as part of the administration's effort. A number of routes like Tambalogun, Sonny Luba, Awokoya, Obalende, to mention these few, are now motorist delight, as seen as testimony of partnership that works between the Ogun State government and the Ijebu-Ode local government. Adefowora Adesanwo, Ogtv News.
The All Progressives Congress is waxing stronger in Ogun State with more political figures now enrolling for party membership cards at Igbesa Ward in Adodota local government area. A one-time Deputy Speaker of the Ogun State House of Assembly, Honorable Olusegun Bolanle Bilayi, has continued to play a leading role in this process and mobilizing support for the party. Fora Adesanwo still has the details.
Every polity is local and it remains a game of number. Honorable Olusegun Bolanle Bilayi and the people of Igbesa do not joke with the meeting of All Progressives Congress, which holds fortnightly. The former Deputy Speaker of the State House of Assembly and the party leadership comb every corner of the town to create awareness on the programs and policies of President Bola Tinubu and Governor Dapo Abiodun of Ogun State.
Right Honorable Olusegun Bolanle Bilayi has been the man of his people, the man of his words, the man that says and do. This is the man we can say talk and do, because this man has been giving back to his people ever since he has been elected as the former Deputy Speaker of Ogun State House of Assembly. He served in 1999 to 2003, and since then he has never disappointed his people.
APC is doing well, especially our governor is doing well for us. That shows that our president is doing well at the top, because when the governor is doing well at the state, it means that it's the president Bola Ahmed Tinubu that is doing well.
During his time as the Deputy Speaker in the House of Assembly, he tried a lot. During his era, he brought the post office to Igbesa then, and during his period also, I think about 7 kilometers of road were tarred in Igbesa.
Olusegun Bolanle Bilayi also ensured that the party men and women are on top of the directives, programs and projections of the party, particularly on the ongoing registration of the party exercise, which comes with capturing towards the issuing of party membership cards to old and new decampees. Party men spoke glowingly on the role of Honorable Olusegun Bolanle Bilayi to grow the party. They pledged unalloyed support to the party, President Bola Tinubu, and the Governor of Ogun State, Prince Dapo Abiodun, and called on the party to reward excellence, loyalty, and commitment at crucial periods. Honorable Olusegun Bolanle Bilayi says politicians know the grassroots is the bedrock of political activism.
So we have agreed the next 17 days, people will be positioned to do that registration, because it's very key. So we ensure that we have mass voters to vote Mr. President for second term.
The former Deputy Speaker of Ogun State House of Assembly also commended the party men and women for standing by the All Progressives Congress. Adefowora Adesanwo, Ogtv News.
The Corporate Affairs Commission has issued a firm warning to point-of-sale operators nationwide, announcing a sweeping enforcement campaign targeting businesses that operate without proper registration. In a statement posted on its Instagram page, the Commission highlighted a growing trend of POS operators functioning without registration. The CAC had previously threatened to clamp down on POS operators in 2024, a move that faced pushback from operators at that time. In its latest communication, the Commission stressed that the rising number of unregistered POS operators constitutes a violation of the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020, as well as the Central Bank of Nigeria's agent banking regulations. The Commission also criticized some fintech firms for facilitating the problem by onboarding unregistered agents, labeling the parties as reckless and dangerous to Nigerian financial system. It warned that such activities place millions of Nigerians, including small business owners and rural communities, at risk of financial investment losses. The vibrant spirit of culture and creativity takes center stage in Abeokuta as this year's Portuganza celebration of arts and cultural excellence opened with colorful displays, energetic performance, and an array of diverse talents. The event brings together dignitaries, artists, and creative groups from across Ogun State to celebrate a rich cultural heritage that continues to inspire the younger generation. Adida Moladeniji's report is presented in this package.
Across Ogun State, culture remains a living bond. And at this year's Portuganza of Abeokuta Sports Club, that bond burst to life as tradition and youthful creativity collided in a vibrant celebration of identity. Situated within the historic Abeokuta Sports Club, one of the state's oldest recreational institutions, and a cradle where sports, culture, and social gatherings have thrived for decades, the atmosphere mirrored both legacy and evolution. Once known mainly for its athletic spirit, the club has now become a stage where history meets creativity, nurturing artistic brilliance alongside sporting excellence. Delivering the welcome address, Chairman of the Central Planning Committee, Mustafa Abdulhakim, explained that Portuganza was founded on a vision of empowerment, creativity, and excellence, a space where talent can grow, be seen, and be celebrated.
We organized it to give color to what we are doing. Basically, the group organized this event just to bring ourselves together and be able to do a project for the club.
The highlight of the evening soon followed, a breathtaking fashion showcase. Beautifully crafted outfits, inspired by deep Yoruba heritage, took to the runway telling bold stories of identity, tradition, and pride, drawing admiration from dignitaries, guests, and creatives. Government officials, monarchs, and notable personalities filled the hall, underscoring the rising recognition of art and culture as strong pillars for community development across the state.
They've had this passion, this vision of promoting our cultural heritage, promoting our culture, promoting all that's within Egba and environs.
I think it's very special and promising because we have seen Egba Liganza. Now that we are now seeing this project, I wish it continues to help people in Egba land.
A fundraising segment later opened, with organizers appealing for support to sustain future editions, strengthen the platform for emerging creatives, and widen opportunities for the next generation of talent.
Abeokuta Sport Club has a lot, but we also feel that the intellectual capacity of our Abeokuta Sport Club need to be enhanced. That is the reason why we decided to, set up the Sport Liganza.
In recognition of excellence, awards were presented to dignitaries, distinguished contributors whose efforts continue to inspire growth and elevate the creative ecosystem. Sportiganza 2025 stood radiant, colorful fusion of heritage, innovation, and artistic power, proving once again that culture is not only a story of the past, but a force shaping the future.
Now to the foreign scene, Russia has launched a major aerial bombardment against Ukrainian infrastructural targets as talks between the U.S. and Ukraine in Florida are set to enter a third day. Overnight, Russia launched 653 drones and 51 missiles, most of which were drowned, authorities said. One strike hit a railway hub at the town of Fastiv, southwest of Kyiv, destroying the main station building and damaging rolling stock. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said the attack had been meaningless from a military point of view and the Russian could not have been unaware of this. Russia says it targeted military industrial sites and energy and port infrastructure. Earlier, U.S. and Ukrainian negotiators urged Russia to show a serious commitment to long-term peace after talks in Moscow failed to produce a breakthrough. Moscow has intensified attacks in Ukraine's energy sector and infrastructure in recent weeks. Cameroonian opposition leaders died in detention. And President Donald Trump, in his latest crackdown, has faced all immigration applications from 19 countries. We'll bring you details of this and more stories on the Foreign News Recap this week. Do stay with us.